So, hello everybody. It's time for some motherfucking D&D. We are going to continue from the Commoner game last time, which I've named Law and Order because there's lots of... well, actually, there's no order at all. It's all chaos. Now, how is everybody doing? Are you all...
It's alright.
Yeah?
Me? Yeah.
Good. Thanks for having us back.
Yes, thanks for having us again.
Yeah, no problem. Like this looks Commoner game is a homebrew by, I'll check the person who actually brewed this up. His name is... I've got a secret D&D DM channel where I stash all my links.
Ooh.
Yeah, where is it? Can't find
It is the greatest thing, finding something sneaky for a campaign and shoving it into one of those channels. You're just like, hee!
Yeah, seriously, I save all my links there. It's by... No, I didn't want to download its Discord, for goodness sake. Alright, it's by Kaberu, K-A-B-E-R-U. So if you look them up, you should be able to find them on the Googles. I'll probably post a link to them to the thing directly because it's only like one-page PDF. Easy, very easy to set up. So if you'd like to enjoy a Commoner game, please do that. Alright, as for now, I'm going to read the intro and recap what we did last time. Yes. Right, I'm just gonna 1 minute last check that I've got everything running because I'm a bit wibbly wobbly today. Alright.
Timey-wimey.
Timey-wimey.
No! Stop it!
But we wibbles wobble, but they don't fall.
Alright, let's go to drink. Why is my voice like this? Mic check, la la la, ABC, okay. Alright, in the previous session, life in the city of Kern was interrupted by strange downpours of rain. Weather that was very unusual for the current time of year. On one hand, this was excellent for businesses such as the Cheeky Nook, a pub tavern well known in the city and amongst the working class. Many folks gathered under its roof for food and drink, waiting for the weather to take a better turn. Soren, a young dragonborn farmhand for one, and of course those that worked at the establishment were already present. The reluctant tiefling Neth and her friend, dragonborn, and cook, Sorcha. On the other hand, however, this better turn never seemed to grace itself with its presence, leaving people to dodge the rain and stay indoors. To make matters worse, the city guards were on alert. A breakout had occurred, and they were on the lookout for culprits, which led to Hogarth, the Goliath from the Autumn Festival Circus, to be taken into custody for questioning. It seemed he was suspect due to the breakout being related to the events that had occurred during the Autumn Festival. Jude, the centaur, arrested for murder, was broken out jail by Sedna, her lover and close friend of Hogarth, and the 3 Moon Elf triplets who apparently went on a walkabout. Neth, the daughter of the Cheeky Nook's owner, attempted to ring in business, or at least that's what she insisted. However, bumps into 2 cloaked figures heading to the tavern. They turned out to be 2 more members of the circus troupe involved in this whole mess. Valna and Mikaelfelf, and Vice, a bombastic tiefling, who explained that they were not involved with the jailbreak directly, but were in fact in the city to try and stop it. However, they had failed miserably and had to change their plans last minute in order to flee the city safely. Of course, this desire was further complicated now that Hogarth was arrested. During all this, 2 surprising and astonishing adventurers entered the city, riding a majestic golden steed. A not-so-bright knight, going by the name of Gregory, and a known warlock known to Sorcha and Neth as Melby. The adventurers are in the city to warn the mayor of possible natural disaster, or unnatural, depending on how you look at it. Neth meets them in the market square, leading them both back to the Cheeky Nook to shelter from the rain and to get rest after their journey. Gregory, having visions of fire and meeting with an elderly cleric of his religion, was journeying back to his hometown of Dudley, but wanted to stop momentarily in Kern while they passed through the wall to warn the mayor in person. With multiple events happening at once, what would be resolved and what would be complicated further? Let's find out, shall we? Now we left off with people taking Gregory and Melby to the mayor while stashing Valna and Vice in the Cheeky Nook's back room. And I think, Soren, you wanted to be off to do your own chores or something of that nature?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I have to get back.
And unfortunately,
They'll be expecting me.
Yeah, and it's raining, so completely as if someone is like from the heavens throwing bucket after bucket of water. It's like this horrible thick rain. It's not like thin spatters. Really ploppy rain. No, thankfully not cold. It's nice and warm. Now, also today we're joined by Kobe's character, and I would like to actually start with them first to get them all involved. So, Kobe, could you introduce your character, please?
My character is Urist, a dwarf who is nephew to the owner of a local brewery. He ends up frequently stopping by the Cheeky Nook for delivering their stock of drinks.
Yes. Now,
Oh, and if I remember correctly, most of that circus is currently living off of his property.
Ah, okay. Well, the circus troupe themselves, they have left the city.
Mm-mm.
You know from events that some of them did stay in the city, but decided to not work out circus acts. They tried to take their own jobs, like Hogarth. He's now like a usual face in the markets, might even owning his own stall. You have the 3 elves that were arrested for pickpocketing. They are now in, they're supposed to be looked after by a guardian. Turns out to be it's the granny who is now looking after them. Immediately has lost them. The others, though, they left the city to go to another place to live. So that's as far as you know. You do notice, though, that in the town, the city of Kern even, there are lots and lots of guards about, and this is very unusual. There are patrols, but the amount of people, especially in this weather, is makes you feel a bit uneasy, like something is going on. You don't quite know what yet, but you're making your way around. Let me sort this music out there. So you are making your rounds basically, even though the weather is absolutely terrible. Your father is insisting that the business should not lack or slack behind, basically. So you are being sent out.
Of course.
Of course.
It's the dwarf family business, after all.
Of course. And you're a dwarf. Like, this weather is nothing. You're made of sterner stuff. Alright, so let's play this. Let me know if this rain is too noisy.
I have everything turned down manually, so it all seems fine to me.
It's good.
I could hear voices clear over it.
Okay, no problem. Excellent, excellent. Alright. So, actually, if you place your token down, you'll be around, most likely, making your way from the east side, crossing your way along the river bridge, the river walkway from the arena. There's like a path that passes alongside the arena, and you're about here on the map where the bridge is. You're just walking along, trying to keep a quick pace because you want to get to under a rooftop as soon as possible. But could you give me a perception roll, please?
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
A little distracted.
Yeah, you're trying your best to basically cover your head with your hands or whatever material you have on your persons from the rain, and the rain is like going all over your face, all dripping from your eyebrows to into your eyes, and you're trying to wipe yourself as you go along. Either side of you see the rain spatter into the river that is rushing underneath. You don't really see any boats, except for one, a typical rowboat that tends to be in there, and you're wondering why this rowboat is still there. And don't think you can see the person that's usually inside it, however. Which do you, I think you remember.
Is he usually inside it?
He tries to be.
Every time I've seen it, he's been in the river.
Yeah, this crosses your mind as you notice it's empty. Alright, so eventually, please ignore these tokens, sorry. Okay. So eventually, you make your way into the square. I'll pause you there. That's where you are at this moment. Now back to the cheeky nut. You're about to leave, I do believe.
Yes.
Yes. So Granny's just sitting there drinking. Still hasn't noticed that her wards are missing. And also mildly distracted by Gregory as well. She's making goo goo eyes at him. Gregory and Melby are packing up their things briefly to make their way outside with you, Ness. Sorsha and Soren. Are you going with? You're definitely all leaving the tavern as well, or is Sorsha staying behind? I could not remember.
I'm trying to remember. I think Sorsha was going to stay behind. I can't remember if Neth was like, "Come on, let's go." Or...
Mm-hmm.
Besides, there's two idiots in the back room, and Neth's mother.
I want to I know Neth was on her way back out, mainly because Gregory and Melby were. Oh, it was to go talk to the mayor, I think.
Yes.
So yeah, so Neth is all for getting the hell out.
Well, if we're all leaving, we might as well go together.
So Gregory is just like, his arm creaking a little bit as he moves. It's like a mild clatter of plate on plate as he stands up from his stool. Tucks his helmet under his arm. He has a long sword that is attached to his back as well, in its sort of carrier. And Melby just plops off from the stool. She's that short, her legs still dangle off the stool. And she jumps off, grabs Neb, and plonks him on her top of her head and puts her hat on.
Neth, are you going to need me along to keep you out of trouble?
Trouble? I feel a little insulted by that. No, I can. I'm not gonna get in trouble. We're just gonna go to the mayor. There's just a terrible poker face.
Right. You know what? Why do I always feel like I'm babysitting someone? She kind of looks at the door where the other two are. You know what? I'll keep watch on these two. You go to the mayor. You! She points to Soren. Just keep an eye on her, will you?
But I'm mostly... And then I have to go. I think.
Fine. Just keep her out of trouble until then, please.
Granny like shuffles off her stool and grabs her cane from on the floor that had clattered down earlier, and cracks her back and tries to stand up straight as best she could. Oh, you know, I could help. I'm a very, very experienced adventurer, you know.
Aren't you missing a couple of people?
What do you mean? Oh. And then she runs out the door.
Exactly.
I promise I'll stay out. Wow, I had a little accent there. I don't know where that came from. I promise I'll stay out of trouble. I will. I mean, we're just going to the mayor's house. I mean, if there's any trouble, Soren should be able to take care of it. Right?
There is a slap on the bar.
Ugh.
Neff! Get it!
Yes.
That old woman ran out while paying! What do you think you're doing?
Right, Mom. I'll go fix it.
You better, or it's coming out of your pocket money.
Payment money. Fine.
Well, there, now you have an excuse to go.
I'll bring you back something nice, if I can. If anyone's open. I'll bring you back something.
Alright. Have fun, Neff.
Right. Turns, kind of double steps over. Tiny hands, but grabs Soren by the wrist and gives him a tug. You're gonna be walking with me, then let's go. And she gives a nod to Melby and...
Oh, excellent. Yes, sir. Let's go then. I'm sorry for causing all this bother for you, Neff.
While stumbling out, Soren will lay a few silver on the table so as not to gain the ire of the mother.
A wise choice. Gregory decides to basically free up his arms and puts his helmet back on. And his voice is extremely muffled from within the helm. But he tries his best to say thank you as he stomps out the tavern, and Neff's mother just shakes her head and blushes and cowers away.
That was pretty great last time.
Meanwhile, in the back room, you hear some crooning. Sorcha.
She pounds on the door. Keep it down!
Yes, sorry about that. We'll try our best. I need something to occupy his mouth. Have you got any food?
I can think of a few things to occupy his mouth, but yes, I will go get some food.
Thanks.
And she stomps back to the kitchen. She gets a couple of bowls of chili. Hold on, if I may. If I may. She chops up some nice hot peppers and tosses them into one of the bowls.
Mm-hmm.
Takes them back. Hands the bowl with the hot peppers to the loudmouth. And the milder bowl of chili to the other one.
So, hot bowl of chili to Vice.
Uh-huh.
Okay, that's Constitution save. Let's see. Otherwise, it's cheat. Where's the sheet? There it is. I got. Oh, I filled it all out. Awesome. Roll 20. Listen to me. Come on. Oh, okay. You see, why did I do that twice? You see in his already pink face go a bit more rosy. and he turns away, and you see his long tongue come out of his mouth, and it's even got a piercing on the end. And he's sort of like flapping his hand in front of his mouth. Oh, that is very spicy. And Valna just looks into their bowl and goes, I don't know what you're talking about, this is alright.
She just smirks and walks away.
So, and with that, the 4 folks that are leaving the tavern do so and step into the rain. I will, change the map to the market square though, because that's the direction you're heading in. Okay, so if you would place your tokens up, please. Got Gregory. I've got, where's Melby? Melby! There. Oh, she's so teeny. Oh, that's fine, she's unknown. And have you got yours, Soren? Three, two, one, too slow. Okay. And oops. It's still raining, believe me. Okay, there you go. Yeah. So you're making your way into the market in the direction of the mayor, which you know to be. Let me check. I do believe it's. Got it on my other map. Actually, it's near the docks. So you'll be heading northwards towards the docks. This would take you some time along the river before peeling off to a more westward direction, like northwest. First of all, you need to cross the river itself as well, which is passing the arena. And as you do so, Neth, you notice a very familiar dwarven fella approaching your direction.
Sorry, clicked on something and broke something else. Seeing a usual face. Stupid hair, rain. Urist?
No. Still having trouble seeing through all this. Oh, what are you lot doing out here? Pouring.
Just a couple of people looking for the mayor. That's it. I gotta get out of the tavern. Mom's on my tail about everything. But yeah, just going to the mayor. Hopefully for a long.
What would you need to see the mayor for?
Oh no, not me. These two.
Oh, Melby, you're back in town.
Oh, hello there. How you doing, my friend?
Soaked.
Yes, rubbish, really rubbish, isn't it? Well, thankfully, actually, I don't know, I've got nothing to say about it. It's very weird, though, this amount of rain, I mean.
Is it fit to rot the casks?
Oh, no. I bet your dad would be very upset about that. As you're talking, you see lots of guards.
Why are all these
just...
centurions spawning on me?
Yeah. Yeah, sorry, this is your end. Goodbye.
Oh no.
Oh no. Now, you see like just guards patrolling. Like sometimes they're in groups of 2, sometimes they're just by themselves. And they're just coming from all the alleyways, walking towards the centre of the market before about turning, going back where they came from. Do you know why all these guys are about today? It's very odd. I don't remember them being this many last time. And then you hear muffling from Gregory. It sounds like he's agreeing with her, even though he has no clue. He just concurs from his muffle, like basically, from his visor. He sounds like it's a bit odd for him as well.
I don't know. It's looking like there's even more than there were earlier.
Leaning down a bit to keep her voice low. A couple of people broke out of jail.
What was that? Try to open your visor at least, come on. You hear a creak. Oh yeah, that's a good idea, thank you, love. Yeah, you mentioned this before, wasn't it?
But yeah, it was some of the people from, from the circus a while ago.
Oh, are they bad ones?
Oh, right. More from that folk what had the disturbance in the past. More of the carnival, circus. I can't remember.
A carnival circus? Oh, we were briefly chatting about that when you mentioned about the gods. What was the detail about it again?
Neth's shoulders just kind of droop a little bit. So there was murder and stealing, and they broke out. But that has nothing to do with you guys getting to the mayor. So we're going to go do that, right?
Oh, all right, Ness, no problem. Yeah, I guess this is more important, eh? We can talk about all the gossip on the way.
Right.
Oh, so, was it Urist, wasn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
So what are you up to today? Just making
Oh, the
around?
usual deliveries.
Ah, even in this weather. Oof.
Mm.
I hope your beard doesn't get too wet. It's probably a bit late for that, actually.
Oh, I left the casks behind. I didn't want them to soak through and rot. It was just a couple of bottle shipments.
Gregory is just staring at Urist. He seems a bit wide-eyed at his face.
You alright, big guy?
I can't grow a beard. I've tried really hard.
Oh, I wouldn't worry. Everyone can't grow beards. I can't grow one either.
Like my dad, he has a massive moustache. It's really nice. And once he had a great big bushy beard.
Neth looks up at Soren, raises a finger, then just holds her.
Soren at this point just swaying back and forth in the rain. Not pleased, but not entirely unbothered.
You hear a massive grumble from underneath Melby's hat, though. Here! Your hat's leaking! Let's go! Oh, sorry, no, sorry.
Sorry, I swear you said your ass is leaking.
All the more reason to make a mad dash, eh?
Oh no. Enough of that. Okay, let's go. I'm embarrassed now.
Flop. Flop.
Yes. Just wet clicks on the stone.
Sorry if you're moving away from your routine, Urist, but you're welcome to join us.
You know, I think the old man might appreciate the sales opportunity.
At the maze? Ah, good thinking, good thinking. Alright then, off we go. Melby takes lead. even though she then stops and realizes she has no idea where she's going. And just turns to Neff.
I'll lead the way. It's not a problem.
And Gregory
And then
just
we'll
stomps.
head over.
Alright, so you were heading west. Oh, you were heading east now, across the bridge, just to get out of this area. You see a guard momentarily watch you approach the bridge, eyeing you up, and then about turns, goes about his route again, leaving you space to walk across the bridge. It's enough of two folks to walk like next to each other. The bigger fellas tend to, or women tend to walk single file. As you cross the bridge, could everyone roll perception, please?
It's that damn cat in the water.
Ooh. Yeah, yeah. Okay. Oh. Alright. Urist and Neff. Oh, Urist once again notices there's an empty rowboat. Missing a Donald. As, it seems to be the usual case now. You notice as well that it's slowly turning in circles, which is very strange. Since usually the flow of the water is just going in one direction, south.
Like, is it stationary spinning?
Yes.
Or is it like...
As if it's in the whirlpool, but there's no whirlpool.
Oh.
And also, Neff, because you got a higher roll, you notice that the flow of the river is very unusual as well. It's not going in circles like the boat suggests, but it is not flowing either. It's as if it's stationary, then momentarily quivers, then stops again.
For some reason I just thought about throwing my snake and going, hey, go check this out.
Plop.
Yeah, pretty much. Do I... I probably know how to swim, but I ain't doing that. I'm already soaked. Can I, like, is there... I've got like 17 different things in my head and I don't know which one to ask for. Is there any, like, shadows or anything else, like, floating in the water nearby?
Roll investigation, please.
No, okay.
No, maybe it's the rain still splattering on the surface of the water. You can't really make any details out, but the flow itself is, the flow itself is just very odd.
Nav, you're leading the way, and you look a bit confused.
Just looking at the group, just head motions and then points to the spinning boat.
Oh, one got loose. That's a pity.
Oh dear, look at this. What's going on here? That looks like fun, says Gregory, observing the returning boat.
I haven't seen a boat spin like that before. Clearing her throat a bit. Hello? Just kind of calls out to the boat. That's the stupidest thing I have ever said.
The boat does not reply.
Well, shit. Game over.
Boat does not reply. Was it attacked by a gazebo?
Donald out on his morning swim. I can't see him.
In this weather, I wouldn't recommend it, says the giant. alligator-looking dragon ball.
Melby, can't your little friend fly?
Oh, it's a good idea. I'm not sure if he can do it with the rain. He's very small. Maybe he could be dexterous. Depends how much he's drank earlier. Alright, Ned! And she lifts the lip of her hat, and then a little head pokes out. Now you notice, like, taking a closer look at this sprite, you would expect sprites to be very fae-like and, you know, ethereal and pretty and that kind of thing. He's got a 5 o'clock shadow, he's got rings under his eyes. He would have a cigar. It looks like he's the type.
I was just going to ask who's smoking.
No, he's just Happy Time Harry.
Yeah. What, you want me to fly over and have a look? Yeah, yeah. Oh, carry on.
Oh, no, actually, I had a non-character question. How far out is the boat?
From you, well, it would be about, like, there you go. As it is on the map, it's not that far away.
Son of a bitch. Okay.
Yeah, no, as a nice lady suggested, could you have a look at the boat? It's a bit weird spinning around like that. Could you check if there's anyone inside it? Or if you can see if anything is spinning it around? Neb kind of looks about at the rain, grumbles under his breath, coughs a bit as well, spits into the water, stands up on her head. This is gonna cost you, Melby. Oh, alright, I'll buy you a pint later. No, it's gonna cost you more than that, love. And then he tries to fly off. Now he's gonna have to roll dexterity because the rain at his size isn't very good. So, let me see. Look at his character sheet. Neb. Yep.
Neb dance.
Yep. Let me think. I'm gonna do probably... he's gonna have to whip and weave through the rain, so I'll probably do acrobatics. Alright, not bad. Alright, he like rears up and almost like there's like a running start, dives into the air, and you hear like momentarily like as he flies off. And he whips and weaves through the drops, and it's quite impressive. Eventually, he lands on the head of the boat. And you see his little form looking about. And he hops into the interior of the rowboat. You see him disappear while he does this. It's very Looney Tunes, yes. And there's a moment where you're just waiting and waiting and waiting. Melby starts looking a bit worried. And then you see Neb try to drag something off the out from inside the boat. And you're wondering, is it a person? Is it what is it? What is it? And then you see him dragging out a hit flask. Look what I found!
No.
And yet, oh no. Our last scene for the evening.
Well, he tried. I can... Oh, I haven't really done this in a bit. She'll reach for the not real green necklace around her neck and pull her snake off of her. Bass, I'm sorry. Hang on. And she flicks her wrist and he disappears. She concentrates and, as if like she's just tapping in the air, have Bass reappear inside the boat.
Ah, okay.
This is why I forgot. I should have asked how far the boat was before we said the drunken
It's about
fairy.
15 foot in front of you.
Yeah.
No. Melby's is a bit useless now. Okay, Neb's very willful. Okay, so Neb just sits down and is trying his best to unscrew the top of this hip flask with his tiny form. I'm gonna just roll strength check for him. No, he's teeny tiny. So you hear lots of expletives and swear words coming from the boat. In the meantime, Neth's snake friend appears on the rowboat surface. And what do you want them to do?
Looking at the group. Just... This is gonna look weird. Just don't move me. Don't do anything. If you need my attention, just yell. I'll hear it over there.
Maybe not on the thin bit of bridge. In case a stiff wind should push you.
Walk over to Soren, grab his wrist, and hold on. Should be set now.
Right, that works.
Okay, hang on. And concentrating, going deaf and blind to look through Bass's eyes in snake ear.
Okay. See this later. Okay, so what are you looking for? Is there anything specific?
Besides Neb with the hip flask, is there anything in the...
Okay, so you're gonna have to roll perception. Do you have your own stats for the snake?
No, we can quickly get it.
Yep. So you roll the snake stats while you look. In the meantime... Come on, you stupid bloody flask. Open! Open! Yes!
Oh, my sweet mercy.
Bob's your uncle! Ah ha ha ha! And you hear a creaking and a shuffle. You see the little thing, like a little lid fly off from the boat and flop into the water.
It would just be a flat roll for perception.
Yeah, that's right.
Which I'm just gonna roll mine because I have nothing in perception.
Okay.
Well, maybe the downpour will water it down.
Well, shit.
Well, shit.
Well, shit.
He's a tiny little snake. The raindrops are big.
Yeah.
I just imagine a little garden snake versus like massive, almost hail. Right.
Yeah, right now it's a little soggy noodle. Poor soggy noodle. Just a little bit wet. And he's just very sad. Don't like the rain. Oh no. And
Soggiest of wet
oh
noodles.
no. Oh no. Yeah, can't really see anything right now. I'm maybe distracted by the flying things. And then eventually you hear, it's fucking empty! Oh, for fuck's sake! And then you see the whole can fly over the side.
Bloop.
Giving Bass a second. I want to direct him to slither over the edge the best he can without fully falling into the water. Even if he falls in the water, it's fine because I can just teleport him back to me.
Yeah.
But I want him to try to put his head into the water.
Oh, this is fine. And snakes are very good swimmers as well. So I wouldn't be too worried. So plopping into the water. The water itself, the river isn't that dirty. I mean, it's not clear, crystal clear. Because it does dredge up some material from the bottom of the riverbed when it flows. But now, since it's still, the cloud has settled. You see these snake seas, the raindrops over on the surface of the water above them, and below. Siri, no. Siri, no.
Siri, yes.
No. Okay.
Siri, return.
Return of Siri. Oh, god damn it. What was I saying? Yes, so above you just see the rain splats on the water surface. Below you see the riverbed. Nothing particular there, just rocks and dirt. Maybe a few like waste that people have thrown in, like old coins or whatever. But there is an odd shiver. The river is probably most likely cold, colder than at the outside. But it's more of a compressed shiver. You feel like a weight on the snake. It's like it's more dense than it should be.
I don't like that. I'm gonna unconnect. I'm going to disconnect and then bring him back.
Okay. In the
Pet him
meantime.
and kind of hug him. Sorry.
Oh.
Soren would like to, now that Neth is back, slowly look around and ask the new face that he's still unaware of. So, what exactly is the problem here? It's just a boat. Once the rain's over, someone can swim out and pull it in.
Is this to Urist? Or is this
This to Urist, yes.
Yeah. Toby!
Zeb.
Uh-oh. Okay. Make sure.
I'm sorry. Can you repeat that? I just got asked about other part of the family. Forgot I was babysitting on. I stopped babysitting Tuesdays and was asking stuff.
No worries. Soren, big, broad-chested dragonborn that he is, looks just up and over Neth to the new face, Urist, and asks, "So, what's the hurry with the boat? With the weather as it is, it seems reasonable just to wait until," points up to the sky, "all this passes over and then someone can swim out."
I'm not entirely sure, actually. So there's a guy named Donald who goes rowing down the river every week and falls in, but
Oh, it's a terrible time to... Oh, I understand. Is he in there? Oh, that would be bad. Though, the river doesn't look to be too bad
No.
today. I wouldn't
no,
want to
usually
swim,
the boat's
but it
getting
would
carried
be...
down.
Yeah. Pool's not so bad. Even if he did fall over, he'd just be right there.
Surprised the thing's not capsized, actually.
Wow. Is there a lot of wind? Or is it just heavy downpour?
There is no wind. There's no sideways rain, thankfully.
Yeah.
Because that would suck.
Well, not too much to push and pull with the water. Just the rain. I wonder what stopped the river from flowing. I hadn't actually noticed till now.
Wait, how full of water is that boat?
You see, like, it's beginning to fill up a little bit, only because of the rain.
If it's that big of a problem, would you like me to swim out to it? I'm a strong swimmer.
Famous last words.
Yeah, no, I know. No, trust me, I'm
this
aware.
Is how...
This is that 8 intelligence at work. Don't worry.
There was something
No,
was weird
Donald
about
always
the
turns
water,
up.
Once again, Neth?
though. Something was weird about the water, though. It just didn't feel right underneath the boat.
The water didn't feel right.
Well, yeah. So she kind of thinks for. So I had my snake out there. Didn't like how the water. Oh, how do I explain
Excuse
this?
me?
My snake, and she pulls Bass back out from his resting place around her neck.
Oh, I thought you were being provocative.
What?
Nothing, never mind. A boy's humor is all.
My snake went into the water, and the water didn't feel right. Neth narrows her eyes and points her finger at him suddenly.
I don't know much about water other than it's there and it's wet. How do you mean feel? How
Like-
different?
Heavier? Like, you ever go swimming really, really deep and the water presses on you?
When I'm underwater, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. That's what the water next to the boat felt like.
Queer.
Gregory scratches his chin at this. Whoa, there seems to be weird happenings here as well, like my dream. This makes me really want to go to the mirror right away. If you don't mind. My armor is filling up with water. And you see like leaking from between his joints. It's streaming down.
Well, if you're not worried about this Donald...
No, he's been at it for years. He's usually fine.
Yeah, as long as I've been out here, he always turns up.
Yeah, there's a funny rumour you all know as well. People joke about that. Maybe he's half merfolk.
Let's just head to the mayor's.
Okay, so you'll make your way across the bridge, passing the guards on the way. They eye you all up. One time they actually stop to talk to Gregory and Melby, since they're new faces. And as is usual, I stop and search. Questions like who are you, where are you from, etc. Gregory's imposing presence, however, makes them back down quite quickly. There's something about him that makes them feel very, very...
Oh.
Yeah. It just can't compare. Like sometimes in the light you see like maybe what you think is like a sort of halo behind his head, but you blink it away and it's gone. Champion, like rabbit fingers, champion. I think most people block that from their mind. So they let's see now. Let's move to the main map, I think. Of course, we all know the real winner was Granny, right? We all know this. Okay. So, where's my clicker? There you go. So we're heading towards now. You've gone past the arena. This is where you are. There's the market. You went across the bridge. All the way up here. And then you're going on now along the docks. And your destination is around this area. This is where the mayor office is. Now you have a chance. Would you like to explore a bit, or are you going to head towards the mayor's place right away?
I don't know. Gregory sounded as if we should be out of the rain as soon as possible.
I'd like to not be soaked through even more.
That's too late for Soren.
No, nothing will lead him straight to the mayor's.
Okie dokie.
She already knows she's going to be in trouble for being out for too long.
Alright. So, you make your way along the docks. The water itself, like you notice that the sea water, I suppose, that connects to the river, it doesn't suffer this strange like motion that it seems to when it flows inland into where the arena is. So maybe this is just a weird thing happening along that part of the riverbed, you don't know. For now you brush it off. And you enter a more elaborate part of the city. Near the dock seems to be where all the trade is. So the buildings are more well made. You notice that this part of the docks as well, travellers come, especially visitors from other cities, they dock here. So you see a lot of boats, larger boats, maybe not quite galleons, but one step down, smaller versions of those. You see them like docked in some parts. Many different flags decorate them as well in the masts. you see like the sailors just checking on the ropes and checking on the woodwork of the usual chores that they tend to do on the deckhands. But they pay you no mind as you walk past. You turn in towards the inner city and come across a larger building with the city's emblem on the front. And this is the Meza Mansion. There's a really nice iron gate all the way around with at this time you see ivy growing along the frame of the gate. No flowers, as ivies tend to flower, I don't think. Nature check, GDM. But you enter the large double doors in the front office. Now, excuse me. I'll change the map again. Where is it? Where to put it? Where to put it? Where to put it? I don't want it. No. You know when you teleport accidentally to the same place you are in the 14? I just did that. Alright, there's a there it is. Look, I just want to get there. Let me get.
No.
I can't. It won't scroll automatically. That's so annoying.
Well, whilst our DM struggles, kids, remember, ivy does in fact flower. Yes.
Thank you. I have no idea what it looks like. Okay. Alright, there you go.
Depends on the ivy.
Oh my goodness, really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh no. Okay. Should really copy these things. Let me do that for you actually, make things easier. Oh, whoops.
This music is awesome.
Yeah. I think I would look his faces again. Let me see. Yep, Kevin MacLeod. Thank you.
Of the clan MacLeod.
Oh, MacLeod. Okay. You are here.
Hello there, Melby. Unfortunately, I am having to interrupt since there was a mishap with the music volume in this particular session. Dungeon Master's very sorry and they promise to do better for next time, but we will have to endure. Oh dear. Luckily, I have volunteered to keep you up to speed. So, Gregory, our good boy paladin friend, wished to meet with the Mayor of Kern. A mayor that's totally always called Mayor Marcus Phillips, yeah, definitely. Now, young Gregory had visions of elements going awry, particularly in his own town of Dudley. Other towns and cities have seen some form of element causing trouble. A fishing village, home to human fishes and Aarakocra, had earth elementals rise up. Another town and a nearby plateau suffered the wrath of ice and bitter cold. And now he fears for Dudley, you know. This was all confirmed to him by an elderly cleric of his order, who also encounters weird happenings of that nature. Not only that, I myself, as well as the cleric that had met Gregory, came across people who had fallen foul of a strange sleeping sickness. Naturally, being that the two instances were very different, you would assume that they were not related, but the oddness and timing made Gregory and myself believe that they may be connected. And we both implored Mayor Phillips to be on guard, you see. Well, you know, better to be prepared and all that, eh? And there you have it, really. Alright. Not fully believing Gregory, myself and my friends, you know, Neff, Soren and Urist, the mayor tasked us to help out with the investigation concerning the jailbreak. Told us to report to the guards out on the other side of the city, yeah. I thought it was a bit rude of him, honestly. We're very busy people, Gregory and I. But always nice to help a city in need, and he seemed quite eager to see this investigation wrapped up. Maybe we could help find the suspect, eh? Yeah, well, this left poor Greggy a bit nervous. He seemed pressed for time, the poor lad. Well, maybe he was nervous about the silly tart by the front desk, eh? No, that's very rude. Ned, please. She seemed like a nice lady. Yeah, she's a nice young lady. It's just Greg just isn't used to that kind of attention. Don't judge, Neb. Sorry, folks. To explain about Neb's outburst, the young lady at the front desk of the mayor's place took a shining interest in our Gregory. Made it quite clear. But our paladin is duty first and all that. He's a sweet boy, but very inexperienced, you know. Yeah. He's a bit nervous at the girl's advances, that's all, and decided to try and ignore best he could. Anyway, excuse the interruptions. I'll leave you all to enjoy the rest of the story. Bye!
Yeah, Courthouse and Jailhouse, basically where the barracks are as well. That's far south, it's the opposite end of the city. So you got a long walk and you can chat on along the way. So as you do so, Melby is just chiming in with her side of events. Yeah, so, it's the strangest thing, right? I mean, even I've seen it on my travels. It's this sickness that seems to take people randomly. And it's more like akin to sleeping. So that's why they've called it the sleeping sickness, funnily enough. And, you can't wake them at all.
And oh, you think this rain has something to do with that?
Well, you see, this is where Gregory comes in, because when I was on my travels, I saw this sickness, and then I bumped into Gregory, and he comes and tells me about strange events on his end. Would you like to elaborate again, Gregory? Because I don't want to steal your story. Oh no, alright, yes. Like this weather, honestly. Not always rain, not always fire. In fact, I think the fire thing is a new thing that's happening in my town. I hope not, though. I need to get back as soon as I can, so I'm a bit worried about spending more time here. That's it, really. But, yes, now I've heard rumours of the earth rising up and causing trouble in a seaside town. I don't know if you heard of the place, but it's well known for fishing. And they've got a nice Aarakocra population there as well. What else? Let me see. Yeah, there's a earth trouble, now there's water trouble apparently. I would like to think that something would happen very similar to what happened in the fishing town. And then possibly fire trouble. So there you have it, really. You got earth, fire, and water. What else could there happen? I don't know. Oh dear. What other weather things could happen? Maybe snow? Yeah. Oh, actually, no, come to mention it, there's been snow trouble up north as well. Very cold weather turning in like the warmer seasons. It's very strange. Yeah, it's very strange. Like, so we got this earth sickness, sleeping sickness, right? And then you got the weather going all funny. I don't know what's going on. So it's quite coincidental that it's happening at the same time. So I thought, I have a funny feeling it's related, at least, perhaps. We have to just be cautious.
Oh, well, I hope this gets sorted soon. The rain's not good for business, like the mayor said, and, well, I don't want any fire turning up.
Yeah, no, you don't want any fire. It'd be very extra weird if it was a fire, with the rain. It'd be very strange. Definitely something up there now.
I should tell the man about this. Wouldn't want anything happening to his farm.
Oh, yeah.
Bad enough the field's getting flooded out.
Oh, yeah. Don't want that. You're ruining
Unfortunately.
washing the soil away.
Yeah. can't be helped that Rain's already here. He and the missus want to know about this sleeping stuff. Or, I don't know, maybe they won't. Either way, I'll let them know what I know.
Yeah. I mean, next thing we need to do once Gregory's sorted out his town business, his own town, is to try and pinpoint and work out exactly where each place is happening. So I'll probably spend some time doing that later. Because, I mean, it's quite a big land, this place, you know. And it's spreading all over the place. It's quite worrying, if you ask me. And I'm only a little gnome. I can only do so much.
Gregory is just thinking about what everyone's saying. He looks a bit worried that it's Gregory.
Say, did the mayor give you any kind of proof that he is sending orders to them, to these guards?
Who are you saying this to?
Gregory. Because
Oh,
two random people coming along going, hey, we got something from the mayor. With
well, you didn't
nothing on
mention
hand.
That. I'm just assuming he'd send like send word via whatever means. I don't know how a town. I mean, I know. I'll admit, my father is the Mayor Dudley, but I don't really do any of that business. He got me busy with other things better suited to my my mental capacity. He said to me. So I was very good at physical stuff. I'm pretty strong, if I don't say so myself. That was quite useful in those type of areas.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I'm of much the same position. Yeah.
Yeah.
I get to do the heavy lifting.
Oh, that's good. I got lots in common, you and I. Young fellas like to lift stuff.
Yeah.
Yay! Gregory brightens up a bit then. Alright, I'm gonna pause it here because I want to go back to the cheeky nook. So I shall do so now. Because you're all having a long walk anyway. So let's see. Boink. Let's get rid of these. Beep. Beep.
I still giggle every time I see that
Well,
sketch.
I'm gonna leave it there. It's a part of the floor now.
It's now a patron.
No, yeah, there you go. Alright, get rid of this, get rid of that. So, back at the cheeky
Hey, I
nook.
teleported.
Yay! Now back at the cheeky nook. There are mild complaints from the back room, like huffing sounds and it's so spicy, it's so spicy. Other than that, there's not much noise. The three fellas that were eating beforehand, one with the gangly beard, the one with the broader shoulders, and the one that was very eager to take the piss out of everyone else, just tucking in some more food, having looked outside and thought, well, bugger it, who cares? We're gonna stay here all day now. And then, of course, they got Barry on the floor as usual. He's somehow managed to roll back over to his original position.
Let me guess, Neff didn't clean up the floor under where he'd been.
No, I did.
Okay.
The offense taken.
Ah.
Nick works hard when she has to.
The green spiky Kirby was Soren's sketch done by Leek.
That's right, yes. It was before he had a token, so...
I mean, says you, but I'll allow it.
Now it's a doodle on the floor.
Very sketched it and puke.
Oh, no. Okay, so about this time, you hear a knock on the door. on the front door, which is very unusual.
Hey, people usually walk right in.
Hmm.
I guess Sarsha's going to stomp over and answer it. Come in, doors open.
There's a few voices outside. Sorry to be a bother to you again. We've got a business here. City guard.
Yes. Well, doors open. Come in.
All right. There's a few of us.
Don't mind
surrounding
Barry.
the building. And Neth's mum is panicking a wee bit. What do you mean surrounding the building? Come in, you silly buggers. It's raining.
If there's any
It's my
reports
money.
of if there's any reports of a dead body, I assure you Barry is quite alive.
Excuse me? Barry?
She points to the trunk door.
At this
on the
point,
floor.
one of the guards come in. Sorry. Woo. You don't recognize this particular guard, but he has like a badge on his shoulder, his breastplate, signaling that he's a bit of a higher rank. Oh, that's where that bastard is! Oi, Barry! And he kicks him. You've been late for duty all week.
Oh, is he a guard?
Well, he runs a jailhouse.
Ah, well. Good to know. Yeah, he's been here.
Oh, you're in trouble now, my son. He kicks him again. Ugh. You don't really hear
He's
much
great
else.
at guarding the floor.
He's very good at guarding the floor, yes. He really throws a spanner in the works. Alright, let me get the lads. He goes outside again.
Alright, she's going to, while they're dealing with that, step over the door and of the room and hey, guards are here.
There's a gasp from Vice, who drops the ball. Oh no, quick, you have to get us out of here.
Does the tavern have a basement?
Yes, there is a basement, like a larder, in near the kitchen. So if you go into the kitchen, there's a trapdoor that leads down. And there is a way out because that's where the wine cellar is too, and there's like a walkway that leads outside where the people who, well, like Urist, who deliver the alcohol and whatnot, they drop the things from the trapdoor outside, and you can carry them in through the tunnel into the larder.
Okay, and I assume there are also large sacks of flour and stuff and
That is correct.
barrels down there too.
Yeah.
Alright, excellent! Alright, quick with me, we're going to the larder.
Alright,
The place is surrounded.
Vice, come on, leave the boat. But I made a mess, I'm so sorry.
Shut up and move, we don't have time.
Yes. And they hook arms, follow you.
Alright, yeah, she leads him back and alright, if you try to get out, they might catch you trying to escape. So she searches around for like a sack of flour that might be empty enough to stuff one of them in and maybe a barrel for the other.
Yep. I'm gonna let you have that for free because you know this place, but like the back of your hand. So you know exactly what stock there is and whatnot.
Excellent. Now get in there and stay quiet, especially once if they come down, and I will let you know when it's all.
Alright, no problem. And she they clamp their hand over Vice's mouth. This'll do.
Good. So she goes back to the room and starts cleaning up the mess that Vice made when he dropped the bowl of chili.
As you leave the larder, you hear "Oh, Vice, don't lick my hand."
I roll. Stomp, stomp, stomp.
While you're doing this, the guard that had entered before comes in with a few more folks, and they all surround Barry, trying to heave him up. I'm just going to copy pasta these. Alright. Yeah.
There's probably a permanent berry stain on the floor at this point.
Probably. Alright, lads. You know the drill. One on each leg and arm. 2 on each side. They seem to have, like, rehearsed this before. I don't know why they keep these bastards on. They keep doing this. And there's lots of bitching and stuff. Okay.
Somebody paying for his bill? She pokes her head out of the room.
Yeah, we'll cover it. Start a tab or something.
Already been a tab, but
Okay,
That's enough.
send a bill to the guard's house, I suppose. Just notice for Barry. Apologies for this.
got it.
Look, Barry, this is all your fault. No wonder the bloody folks jailbroke themselves out. You've been here all this time, have you? And that's all you get from Barry. And they struggle very much so to heave him out.
So somebody got out, did they? Innocent.
After a first failed attempt to lift Barry, one of the guards turns to him. Some circus folks from last year's troupe, that came into town. The murder inquiry.
Yeah. So they got out, huh? I guess you
Yes,
better watch your
they
back.
did. So if you spot any of them, very colourful folk, easy to see, let us know. There's lots of us patrolling about, so easy to tag us if you need us.
Got it. Good to know. I know they got one of the guys who was in here. So
Yeah, about that. That's why we were in the first place. Anyway, we'll be back. And they start heaving Barry out. Unfortunately, Barry is a part of the map. Oh no, he isn't. There you go. He's gone. Finally gone.
told you it was a permanent stain.
It is a permanent thing. There you go. Try and... So, they are now out of the building.
He'll be back.
They'll be back. There you go. There's this thing. So, now you are scot-free to do what you like for the meantime. As far as you know, the guards have left the vicinity. He did mention before that their building was surrounded. You're not quite sure if that's still the case.
Okay, so she'll take out the trash.
Mm-hmm.
So she'll step outside and look around and see if the building's still surrounded, particularly the larder entrance.
Mm-hmm. And could you roll perception, please?
Yep, one moment.
Thank you. And DM will wiggle dance to this music. Okay, 17.
More perceptive than Neff.
Yeah. You're used to keeping an eye on it, so you got lots of practice.
Lots of practice.
Yeah, so with the 17, you do not see the guards. You see them walking away for sure. You check down the alleyways, you check around the back. Definitely making sure to check the roof as well, just in case. And what you do see though, when you check the roof, you see a little head skitter away as soon as you spot them. You're not quite sure who it was, but it certainly was not a guard.
Little head. Huh. Were they on top of the inn or one of the other buildings?
You're on top of the inn.
I am not one to climb. Alright. Well, I'll let the boys know they're free to go. So she goes back into the larder There was somebody on the roof, but wasn't a guard. Looks like the guards have left for now. They said they'll be back, so you might want to skedaddle.
Yep. Well, names now. Valna like uncups their hand from Vice's mouth, wipes it on their shirt. Thanks a lot. So what I don't know the city too well. What direction do you think? Where's the nearest gate? And you would know it's south of the city. You have to pass the courthouse and jailhouse where the guards are stationed.
Nearest gate to the south, but you'd need to go past the barracks and the guardhouse.
Right, alright. Is there like any
Unless you-
small side entrances or something?
Say if you know how to swim.
Yeah, maybe we'll try that. I mean, we hopped over the wall that night, and that's not a good idea now in the day.
There's water just to the north. Well, northeast slightly.
Yeah. Alright, okay, if we go into the river and slowly make our way, we should be able to sneak out. Hope you don't mind getting wet, Vice. Oh no, this is like a wonderful adventure I will most certainly make a song out of. This is amusing, get it?
Will you be able to keep your mouth shut long enough to avoid drowning?
Oh, that was cheeky. Which is quite good since we're in the cheeky nook. I think that's an okay from him.
Alright, I will, I'll check out the front, but you should be able to sneak around.
Okay, right, I'll put our cloaks up then. And then Valno like pulls up the hood again. Vice does the same. You see like two peaks at the top of the hood where his horns are, and to the side as well where his ears are. And you see his tail. His hand grabs the back of his tail and he shoves him in his belt.
Right, okay. She's gonna scout. Just check the front. Just check for any guard.
Mm-hmm. Do you roll investigation for this? Because you've been.
Oh, investigation?
Yeah.
Okay.
Seeing if the coast is clear. I mean, you're assuming from before that it's fine because obviously you had a look and it was close to clear then, and the time hadn't passed that long between this time and now and then. So you're satisfied that the coast is clear.
Looks good enough. Alright, make a run for it. Be careful.
Alright, river, that direction, yeah? And they point towards where you mentioned.
Yep, that direction.
Thank you, Sasha. Sorry for the trouble.
Just stay out of trouble.
Yeah, thank you. Next time maybe you see us, it'll be better times.
Next time.
Alright then, bye. And then they scoot off into the rain.
Hey boss, Neth's been gone a while. I'm gonna go see if I can find her.
Alright. Business seems to have slowed down here anyway. Especially since now Barry's gone. Ugh. I guess I'll get the mop. And she goes into the back to get a bucket of water.
Alright, so Sorsha's gonna head out and kind of shadow the two of them on their way to the river.
Okay.
Before.
Alright, actually I'll give you that chance to have a look around. So what I'll do, you will see. Which one is it? Yeah, this is it. This one here.
I approve of the sneaking music.
Sneaky music. Yeah, so you see the cheeky nook is... Let me just paint on this map. The cheeky nook actually is here. This is it.
Okay.
And they've snuck out around the side. Luckily, the river winds down very close by, near the cellar door from the outside, and they can easily hop in to the river. However, you notice on the bridge suddenly in front of you, the larger one, there is a guard. So if they just run out, they're going to get spotted.
Well, Sorsha's going to walk up to the guard and turn them away from where the two are going to sneak out.
Okay,
and hey, excuse me.
Okay, 1 minute while I sort this out. Yeah, they're there. So at the sound of the voice, suddenly the guard turns around. Yeah? Hello?
Hey, you see Neff?
Neff?
Neff.
Is that your daughter? Is your little girl missing?
She's innkeeper's daughter.
Oh,
Looking
right,
for her.
right. So I'll get mixed up. I see you around there all the
Horns
time,
of-
and I thought, assume. Sorry. Yeah. Oh, you both got horns. I don't know how it works.
Yeah, she's my daughter. All right,
Okay,
whatever.
All right. Don't get your knickers in a twist. So I want you.
I don't
to...
wear knickers.
Excuse me.
Never mind. Have you seen her?
Well, maybe. And then he's getting a bit nervous now because he doesn't want to get his attention drawn away too much, and he rolls. He's gonna roll a perception. One moment. Where's my sheet? There it is. Perception. Yeah, he's completely distracted by you. Oh, well, and he turns directly towards you. And while he's chatting to you, these two attempt to sneak, so I'm going to have to roll a sneak roll for them. And then, let's get more character sheets for them. Stealth. Found the stealth. Pretty good. Now it's Vice's turn. Can this guy be quiet for 1 moment? No.
Please, Vice. Not really.
I mean, look, it's hard to be quiet when you look that loud.
This is very.
I mean, that's a point.
Sweats noise. That's how noisy he is. It's very being. So Valna manages to sneak behind like a stall very close to the river and motions to Vice to follow suit. And Vice clip-clops and accidentally kicks a can. At that moment, at the noise, the guard tries to turn around.
Sorsha will scream in panic. Rat!
Oh,
Rat!
Jesus!
There's a rat!
Oh, don't do that to me! I'm on very thin ice today. I'm on like my nerves on the skin of my on my skin of my teeth. That doesn't even make sense. I'm that nervous. Whew. Oh, look, I've got a sword. I don't want to accidentally stab you.
Ah! Don't stab me! Stab the rat! Where'd it go?
What?
She looks around her feet.
What are you talking about? And he's like looking around. Like he's gonna roll perception again.
She's stomping her
Oh,
feet.
wrong.
trying to-
Ignore that first one. That's the wrong key. He does turn around in the direction of those two.
Can she try to grab him and point towards the stall nearby? There, wait!
Alright, if you're gonna try and grab him while he's doing this, please roll an athletics. So you knock his arm a wee bit, and he's like, "What are you doing?" This is going to have to be a contesting roll now. So I want you to roll persuasion. And
Oh boy!
he's going to roll a wisdom.
What happened to Neff getting into trouble?
So wisdom's for him. Nice, is contesting. Okay. He shoves you away and starts walking towards those two. He hasn't seen anything quite just yet though, because Vice is... Let me see. Oh, I'm going to roll for Valna. Oh god. Did Valna notice this? Oh no, wrong one again. Ah! Wrong P. Okay, Valna did notice and is trying to motion for Vice to stay still.
She's going to fall in the water.
Okay. You're gonna fall in the water. Okay.
Splash! Help! I can't swim.
Oh goodness. Alright, he does turn around at this because it's quite noisy. And he's a guard, this is his job. What are you doing? Are you alright?
You knocked me in the water!
What? I did not. You can't prove that. I mean, no. I Can you roll a persuasion, please?
Oh god. Yeah!
I definitely did not. No way. No. Look, Mum, I don't know what your business here is. Alright, now, but while he's arguing with you, I'll roll stealth again.
First there was a rat, now you're knocking me in the water. What kind of guard are you? I can't swim. She's like...
Panicking, Valna stumbles towards Vice to try and make sure he stops and not trips over the stall and is sprawled on the floor.
Oh my god!
Oh goodness. Now I want everyone to roll a roll initiative at this point. So you're in the water. A guard is approaching you and arguing with you. These two have made a noise. Alright, so click on the token as well. It is found there because I need to do turn order now.
I did have her clicked on.
That's okay. I'll put it in. I need to roll another one, a sneaky one. Where is my thing? This is their sheet. Let's go to a different layer for a minute.
Don't get into trouble. But yeah, she's got to babysit these two idiots.
Okay. Give me. What's the guard token? Guard token! Guard token! Please! Thank you. It's not very good. The guard is shit. Alright, it's in order. Not the pictures on that's what counts. Okay. So let me see who's acting first, descending order. So Valna is first. First thing Valna does is sprint to the alley. And that's their movement. That's what they're doing. Vice clings to Valna. What are they gonna do? They're gonna try something. What spells do they have? Valna, no, Vice not thinking. I'll have it worse a distance for that.
Does he ever?
Oh god, okay. Wait, let me just check the distance. Oh no, not that one. Okay, they have to move. So, Vice, before Valna can do anything about it, runs to behind here and casts hideous laughter on the guard. Let's see. So what do they have to do? Concentrate for 1 minute. Creature of your choice when you see within rage receives everything as hilariously funny. Falls into fits of laughter. Time to succeed on a wisdom saving throw. So, after seeing you fall into the water, it's probably the perfect time for this to happen. Yeah, they completely fail. At this time, like the whole, you see from the water, a weird curl forming on their lips, on the guard's lips. Oh, you silly sausage! I'm going to tell the boys about this. And he slaps his thigh and quills to the floor, laughing in hysterics. Next, the secret person. And they're gonna roll. Actually, they're fine. They're sneaking. I'm gonna roll stealth with advantage. Roll stealth with advantage. Oof. Okay, so from the water, you hear across the bridge. You don't see anyone though.
Alright. Too much weird shit going on. That's fine.
It's now your turn.
Alright, she is going to attempt to climb out of the water towards the guard.
Okay.
So...
You're gonna have to pull yourself up, because there is a slight, I would say 5 foot from the water edge to the river edge.
Okay, what, athletics or just straight drag her butt?
Let's just do strength for this, it's fine. Just pulling yourself up. Okay, I say you can do this because you're a big strong girl, but it takes you a while. It takes you a whole turn to get up there.
Alright. So yeah, that's essentially what she's gonna do, is she's going to pull herself out of the water, check and see what the 2 children are up to, and just kind of shake herself off, and that's gonna be it.
Okay. It's now the guard's turn. They can't really do much, so it's basically at the end of the turn, so they'll try and roll again. This is saving through while they break out this laughter. They're kind of just laughing about everything. No. For some reason, you struggling to pull yourself out of the water is even more funnier than you falling into it. And he's just keeling over now.
Good, all part of her plan.
It's now Valma's turn. They run up to Vice and tug on their sleeve. Come on, we have to go! That's enough of that! Vice kind of agrees with this and watches a little bit. It's quite proud of what they've done to the guard, and they make their way towards the bridge. Secret person's turn. Another stealth with advantage. Boop. Okay, they're perfectly fine. I'm gonna move them 1 second. You can't see them. Okay, it's now your turn again. So what are you gonna do, Sorcha?
Well, this guy seems to be thoroughly entertained by her antics, so, fuck it, let's keep this shit going and slip and fall back into the, water again. As long as she can keep him distracted, she's good.
Okay, okay.
Sploosh!
Alright, so since it's their turn, watching you do that, another wisdom saving throw. Yeah, no. They love it. They're having a good time, apparently. Completely forgotten about what they were trying to look for before. All absolutely focused on you. And cracking up each time. The more you splash about, the heavier their laughter is.
Good, she's making a complete ass of herself in the water.
Okay, at this point...
And that's what she's gonna do until the other 2 get their asses along the bridge and out of sight.
Okay.
So...
I will end turn order at this point because they will be able to clear the bridge after this. So they both safely run across the bridge. Now you know what direction is this? What's that move for? Let me check. Okay. You know the direction they're heading in is actually past another tavern, which is a rival of the cheeky nook called Green Lotus. Locust, sorry.
The Green Locust?
Yeah. You're
Great.
not quite sure if guards have been visiting there either.
I kind of figured they'd escape through the river, but okay.
It seems like they wanted to avoid this guy completely. And have just not listened to your advice.
Of course not. Of course not. So she's going to drag herself out of the water again.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, I need a drink after this. Want to join me?
Battle roll again, wisdom saving throw. No, he's too busy. He's not even listening to you now.
Shakes her head. Alright, well, I'm headed into the Green Locust.
Okay, so it's the same direction. You know that the bridge and the smaller bridge actually just lead to the same path. So you can meet up with them. You see them slightly ahead, looking a bit lost. And Valna, you can overhear Valna saying, "No, we're supposed to go in the river. Where you going?"
I expected you two would go out through the river.
Yeah, oh sorry, this is all... We panicked.
Shakes herself up. Since she is now soaked.
Okay, so what happens now? Oh, we can continue while I change the map.
Okay. Well, look, if you guys are gonna get caught, at least get caught in the Green Locust. Let them be the ones getting in trouble.
Let's copy a few things actually. Where's my other person? So, turning a corner up the path, you see another building with a very green, grand sign on the front. Seems to be a bit more well off than the cheeky nook. And you hear laughter inside and singing. Let's get this one.
Well, you guys want to go in, or you want to try and continue your escape?
I would like you to roll a perception to see if it's safe in the area. Alright, looking about, you see a guard walking towards you on the opposite side of the street. What you gonna do?
Oh, God. I'm gonna be seen in this damn place. Let's go in, grab Vice, because he's the closest, and drag his ass by the collar into the air.
Okay. You'll run in. Alright, entering the inn, you see it seems about the same level of busyness as the cheeky nook actually. There's like 3 blokes at the table. There's a person behind the bar, there's a little halfling fella. And the kitchen seems to be a lot bigger than your kitchen. It's slightly envious, because you have a nice smell of spit roast meat wafting from the kitchens. There's also a stage near the door, and on the stage is a very tall tiefling woman, bright pink skin, massive orange hair, and a massive hat to boot. And she's having a little sing-song on the stage. The blokes on the table like elbow each other and point wiggle their eyebrows. Seeing everyone enter, there is a moment where both the two tieflings glance at each other and Vice drops his jaw. Retty! Retty, is that you, darling? And
We're lovely old friends.
Valna looks a bit. You don't know if you're like annoyed or a bit jealous or whatever. Oh, hello, darling! It's nice to see you again. What brings you here? I wouldn't think that you'd be back anytime soon. They seem to be very similar characters, unfortunately.
God help me.
Bloody birds.
So, Vice immediately goes to the stage, hops on alongside, and they seem to start playing like a tune that they know together. She plays a lute and he starts singing, clippity-clopping on the stage. Valna grumbles and just sits on the table, cross-armed.
Shakes her head. Sits next to him. Just plop.
Oh, I don't believe this, of all people.
Who is she?
Oh, Retty, from the same college as Vice, I think that's what he said. He's to gallivant around town, apparently, and cause trouble.
Ah. Looks like they're back at it again then.
Yeah, apparently.
Not that I'm bothered by it, I'm not bothered. Turns around.
What you get with an incorrigible flirt?
Yeah, well, I don't care. Right, I'm gonna pause it at that point.
Okay.
Now, does folks want a break? Or do you want to pause it for here? Pause it here for now.
It's not never mind to me.
I'm good either way.
Yeah? Is
Yeah,
it-
I'm good.
Yeah? Okay, let's have a 10-minute
I'm
break
good
then.
either way. Okay.
Yeah?
Right,
Okay.
in that case, I shall grab a drink.
Okay.
Potty time.
Okay, folks, we're going to take a 10-minute break here. I'm going to leave the music on. So, mute your mics if you don't want to get heard, basically. I'll mute my own mic. Where's my...
Another character I'm excited to see pop up.
Yeah, I miss Retty. For those that didn't know, Retty's like a character I used to play in like a Marshes game. What was it, West Marshes?
What happened?
That sounds right, yeah.
Yeah, Western Marshes game. That's what I used to play her in with my UK mates. Very
Okay.
Yeah, a very flamboyant bard that I played. I just want an excuse to plonk her in there somewhere.
Well, you've gotten a very spiteful halfling out of it, so it should be very interesting. Halfling or
Half elf.
half elf?
Yeah. I'm jealous, you're jealous, shut up. Alright, let's see. Yeah, it was a Western Marshes game. So basically that type of game is it's a running characters, however they take like small quests each session. Like a billboard that they can choose quests from.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If I were to do have a DM, which I don't plan to, but if I were, that's how I would do it.
Yeah, it's fun. I liked it a lot. I mean, some run like over to 2 sessions for each quest, but that's fine because we were being silly a lot and slowing the pace down.
I'm sure we know nothing about that. Hey, Sorsha, how's that water treating you?
Be right back screen. There we go. Zoom out. So while all that shenanigan is happening, I would say it's about time everybody has made their way to the area they're intending to head towards, as directed by Mayor Phillips. Everyone knows his name for a very long time, including the DM.
Mayor Marcus Phillips.
Mayor
Well
Marcus
known, well
Phillips.
respected.
Oh yes, yes. His daughter Tracy. Unfortunately, Gregory has just learnt of who she is. Alright, so you're heading towards the jailhouse essentially to ask guards if they can help out. Assuming that all information about this has been passed on from the mayor to the guardhouse via missive or message or whatever. Maybe burb, flying burb. The area isn't that clean, especially with all the rain. The paths are all muddy now, so you're squelching underfoot. You hear shouting from what you assume is the jail. You see like little barred windows near the bottom of buildings, and you can see people sometimes staring out. And then you see a heavy amount of guards in this area too, just zipping in and out of buildings. Some with paperwork, some with dragging along folks. The courthouse is the larger building in the area. It's centered actually. There's a guardhouse near closer to you. The courthouse in the middle. Jailhouses around the side and back. Courthouse is mainly stone with wooden framing. Jailhouse is just very, very poor clay buildings with stone to fortify it. Guardhouse is just a regular old building stone, nothing special about it. The courthouse is very standout-ish though. But your destination is the guardhouse, where you've been directed to talk to the chief guard there. You're not sure if he's in, but there is definitely it's very active in that area. So surely someone at least would know where they are. Netha, you still leading them?
Yes, I am. I've been grumbling under my breath for pretty much the whole freaking walk.
Okay.
Nev, should we have stopped by, to drop off that message to your mum?
She stops, slow turns. No, not gonna do it. Not right now. Not later. Not ever. We're just gonna walk these two to the guardhouse.
I'll just make something clear. Just a side note for law reasons. There is the main river that runs through the city. There's also from there's other small ones that peek through, or even connect to the main river now and again.
Is this in relation to me saying I was looking to throw myself into the water?
Oh, well, maybe that reminded me, yes.
But no, she just keeps leading them to the
Let's
guard.
update this map, actually. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So as you approach the guardhouse, you are immediately noticed, of course, and there's a fellow that approaches you. A little older. You can see salt and pepper colouring on his hair. Tan farmer's skin, tan. His nose is a bit red, but he's sopping wet. He's been out all day. Doesn't look too happy. Alright, what can I do you? You got any business here? You're very busy today.
Mayor sent us for them.
Oh,
Points her thumb at Gregory and
doesn't look too impressed with Melby. He's just like very small and normal looking, except for the colourful clothes. Looks up at Gregory though, who towers over this man, and it's a bit wide-eyed at the armour. Whoa, where are you from? Gregory shuffles a bit, pulls off his helmet and tips out all the water that I'd collected in there and puts it back on, visor up. Oh yes, I'm from Dudley originally, but I've been on a pilgrimage of sorts to serve my deity, Eldath. But my business here is which I've just concluded really on that matter, that is, that to warn the mayor of strange happenings with the weather and a sickness, just to warn him that something might happen here. But he also asked me as a return favor to basically help here. For some reason there's well, you seem to be in a spot of bother. Maybe I can help out. The guard seems a bit overwhelmed by this and looks to you, trying to confirm this information. Sickness and weather? What? I mean, the weather's funny here. Melby steps up, seeing all the confusion. Sorry to bother you, really. There's a lot of information to suddenly take in, isn't it? Yeah. Look, basically, the mayor sent us over here to help with the investigation. You seem to be looking for criminals, and he thought maybe we could help you out there. Oh, the guard sputters. I guess, yeah. Let me show you inside, I guess, while I check all this out. And he leads you into the side of the building, which is very welcoming, because you all must surely be very, very wet by now, after all that long walk.
Squish, 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 squish,
Squish, squish, squish.
Done. Duck. Squish, squish, squish.
There is a bench for you to sit down. So this is a very simple wooden bench next to the wall. There's not so much a front desk, but the wall in front of you with the window opening and a desk behind that, and you see like a door behind next to this, which the guard opens and goes behind, and you can see him from the windows passing the space. You hear voices chattering, and an administrative sort pokes their head out from this window at the desk. So,
Soren waves.
oh, hello, young man. Yeah. So you are here from the mayor to help us with the investigations, I've been told. Could I get more details, please? He just looks at you all. What's your names?
I'm Soren. I work
okay.
at the farm just outside the walls.
Okay. You hear like scribbling of paper.
I regret this decision.
He's waiting. He's looking.
Soren will nudge Neth.
Yep.
Oh, Beth Ferris. I work over at the Cheeky Nook.
There's a murmur behind the wall. Oh, Cheeky Nook, did you hear that woman? She's been...
No! I don't hear any more of it!
She's in a bad mood.
Okay. Scribble. Everyone else?
Urist Dunadest of the distillery.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, no, your dad. Yeah, he stopped by. He dropped off a gift. That was very nice of him.
That sounds like him.
Not that the son would do anything like that. Not of the sort. No. Right. So he takes
Much bribery.
You're a legitimate businessman, please.
Yep, Gregory then speaks out. Oh yes, my name's Gregory Farmsy. Of Dudley. My father's the mayor there actually, Mayor Farmsy. Right, okay. Scribble, scribble. And you? Cranes his head over to look down at Melby. Oh yeah, just call me Melby. You know, oh yeah, look. And she lifts the hat. This is Neb. And you see the sprite is actually curled up asleep on the top of her head. He's asleep now. Probably sleeping off the alcohol from earlier. Right, scribble, scribble. So you're saying the mayor sent you. One moment please, while I confirm this. And you see him leave the window.
I think Urist was right. We probably should have brought I don't know, letter, something that seems official. I don't know how this works. I try to stay clear of this place.
So while
Nothing.
oh no, continue.
Sorry. Nothing's just waiting for a black hole to open up inside of her.
Right, so while he's doing that, you said you've seen this sleeping sickness. I take it there hasn't been any cure for it yet, otherwise you'd have mentioned it.
No, there's no cure. I mean, they've got some religious folks trying to keep the bodies, sleeping folk, really comfortable. It's very bizarre. Sometimes they disappear as well, which is worrying.
I disappear?
Yeah. Like one night they're there, sound asleep in their beds, and the clerics and the folk at the temples and whatnot, and churches, they check on them. And then, like, when they wake up in the morning, they're gone. The bed's empty.
I don't think I'll be sleeping tonight.
All very bizarre. Don't know what started it. Although, let's see, first case I heard about was about a year ago.
Well, this is all news to me. Up until today, really, it's just the normal rumors and such. I'd heard about that business with the big man at the tavern, but that was about as exciting as I knew.
Big man?
Oh, right. It was after you'd left. The business with the guards, the reason why they're all out, it'll be due to some disturbance at the carnival thing I mentioned earlier.
Oh, right, yeah. Oh, this is what we're helping with, right?
Yeah. Even I don't actually know what happened. It was all, again, mostly just rumor. So, well, Neth, you certainly must know what with being part of a tavern, people come in and talk about.
Hearing her name, she like winces a bit, and then realizing that he's not calling her out the way that she expected, she kind of relaxes. Yeah, tons of stories. There was a murder apparently, and some lovers' tryst, some stealing, magic. Yeah, pretty much that.
There
No.
you have it.
That's interesting. Wait, so if you're friends, right? Of these people.
Oh, I don't know.
That's not no. Not friends with them. Hogarth, oh hang on. The guy who was arrested, yes, because he comes in, he pays his tab, mom doesn't yell, he drinks a lot, people enjoy him.
Alright. So,
But not like-
isn't it a bit awkward that we're here?
I mean,
know.
I find that being in a place like this is always awkward,
Hmm.
especially if you've not done anything.
Well, alright, well, we're here now. It'll look even weirder if we just leave. Okay, well, you're right, Gregory. You see Gregory just looking about, staring into the space. And you see like his eyes glaze over a wee bit as well.
Like
Gregory!
magical glazed over, or like kicked in the head glazed over?
You can't really tell.
Right. I mean, I suppose for him it'd be one and the same.
Gregory!
Dun dun dun. On his armor.
He does this sometimes, sorry.
Currently there's silence. At that moment, the person I was talking to before and scribbling names down appears again. Right, yeah, I've sent a message. And they replied to that message. So it all checks out. Yeah, you've been sent in, that's alright. Well, truth be told, we're just doing the rounds of the city. So if you want to help with that, that's fine. There's no one. I mean, we've got a suspect in jail at the moment. We're questioning them. Maybe you can help with them, especially you, Sir Knight. There's a pause. Sir.
Ting.
You all there, big guy?
There is another pause. Oh, sorry. What was I? Yeah, what's happening?
We've been cleared to help with the business.
Oh, right, yes, that's good. Yeah, we can help most certainly. So what would you need us to do then? Right, I'll just repeat what I said then. Yeah, so you can either do the rounds. The mayor has seemed very impressed with two adventurers, I do believe. That's what it seems like the case to be. Yeah, if you'd like to help with that, that'd be great. Another thing is we're checking out what this interrogation pulls out from this folk that was directly involved with the incident. Still looking for 3 others. In fact, that would be pretty good if you could go out and look for... Well, I'll tell you the descriptions here. In fact, I got a drawing. And you see like these wanted posters being drawn out, but the one is nearly finished. Yeah, it kind of looked like this. Elfish, you know, in the heritage. They got like bluish tint to their skin, blonde hair. Usually have a hood up. They wear
A light bulb goes off in Soren's head. Oh, the kids! Oh, I've seen them.
Have you now? Alright, okay.
No, they got loose from the old lady, did they?
Old lady?
Oh yeah, see, you know the ones I'm talking about.
Yeah, they were under guardianship with an elderly lady.
Oh well, that's a pity. They've gotten loose.
Have they? Right. Okay. This is easy enough then. I'll task you lot to look out for them. Apprehend them if may be. We need to set them in for questioning.
Oh, but my farm work.
Your farm work?
Awkward as this may be, you wouldn't happen to be able to write a note to my boss so that he understands I wasn't just out and about?
All right. What's the name? Right, back at you. Revenge.
If you get in trouble, I might got a job for you.
Right, I need a name. Now.
It's old MacDonald. McDonald outside of town.
Oh, McDonald, alright. And you had a farm,
Yeah.
right? Okay.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
Okay.
On this farm, he had me.
Oh.
I cannot believe you. I mean, I can't.
Right. Okay. Alright, let's see. I'll note that down.
How dare.
Okay, I'll send a message. No problem. So, yeah. Just report back by the end of the day. Preferably sooner. The weather's not getting any better. Worried about flooding, so you might need to help out with sandbags later.
Soren, feeling much better about all this, suddenly swells up. Big old 7-foot tall alligator that he is. I can do that.
Good. Alright, lad. I mean, I'm not sure if this is beneath you, Sir Nye, or Gregory, of course, and Melby, Miss Melby. But if you want to help out with something else, that's fine with me. Maybe you two can help be more useful interrogating with us. I've heard adventurers have certain persuasive skills. Melby awkwardly looks back and forth between. Well, yeah, I guess we could help with that. I mean, I don't know if I don't want to really leave my fellows here with potentially dangerous criminals, of course, on the streets. What if something happened? And Melby like leans towards Neff, like, help me out here.
Who's the guy that you have locked up?
That is not for you to know. I might add, that's strictly between me and who we are working with directly. Potentially these two, that is.
She narrows her eyes at the guard, then looks at them. I think we should go talk to the suspect.
I don't like your tone, young man. And I want you to show a little bit more respect around here. Right.
You seem familiar. Would you happen to have been at that circus when the murder was solved?
No, not me. I was just
No?
stuck doing paperwork. You're talking about Larry, Gary, and Harry. Those three are out interrogating the folks, actually. They know it since they know them directly. But that's information that I've divulged far too much of, so if you are not going to be helpful, I want to ask you to leave right now and go about your business.
Putting on her best smile and turning to Gregory. I think we should go talk to the suspect that they have. He may be able to provide information.
Okay, one moment, please. Okay. Gregory just stares for a moment, blinks. Oh, yeah. Well, you know, they'd be very helpful to me. I mean, it would be much of a bother if they came with me. The guard groans. Let's see. I'll get Gregory to roll persuasion as well. So that's charisma. Come on, Gregory. Come on, Gregory. Yes. All right.
Awesome, big boy rolls.
Yeah. All right. The guard gives it basically and sighs. All right, you lot, come on. If you're sure, Sir Knight, I'll let you in. But these are under your watch, though. If they act up, it's your fault. You do understand, right? Oh, yeah, no worries at all. They are very nice people.
Winningest smile. All of the dragonborn teeth.
Oh, yes. With that, the fella behind the desk hops up from wherever he was. You hear footsteps and the door opens. He has like a big set of keys at his belt. What motions with his hand for you everyone to follow outside. And you'll wander off into the rain. He leads you down a small street, past a few jailhouses, and you hear like grumbles and murmurs. Not really audible, unless you really want to try and like prick your ears up. But otherwise, he'll lead you down into one particular jailhouse with the door wide open. 2 guards stationed outside, looking very miserable and wet. Once you're inside, there's a set of stairs near the back of the wall. It leads you down. Alright, this way. He's down here. And with that, excuse me, while I change the map. Oi. Map, roll 20. Oi. Okay, there we go. Ta-da. Right, where's the token? There's a very drunken person like sitting in one of the cells. Not really making any sense, but you hear him like just singing away. There's another one in the... You spot Hogarth at the door of the jail. Just looking very, very done with the day. He's got his head, like forehead lent against the bars. Just staring off onto the floor. And behind him is a guy chained up on the back wall in the same cell as him. Looking very rough. A bit of sick down his front. As soon as the guards step down into the jail, Hogarth looks up. Alright, you're done with me, finally. Let's see. Let me just put tokens down. So, once I do this, what are there? Whoa there.
Ah, giant.
Whoa
See.
there. Okay, you and you and you and where are you? Where are you? There's Gregory. And Meza Mansion. Okay. Alright, so what you see in front of you is you see Hogarth in the far cell. In front of the guard, however, there is another set of barred walling with a doorway that's locked. There's 2 set of stools either side of this railing of jail bars. It's seemingly like one person can sit and talk to each other either side of this. Oh, Siri, no! Greetings and computations. What the hell are you? Oh god. Yeah, you sit behind.
Trying to take over.
Yeah, apparently role playing as well. I'm talking to you, Siri. All right. So the guard unlocks the door, heads towards Hogarth. Makes sure Hogarth still has his chains around his wrists and ankles. Lets him out his cell. Sits him here. Goes back behind. Locks the door of this barred wall. Motions for everyone to basically form a line so they can talk to him. Alright! Hogarth. So, we got people to help with the investigation here. Hogarth doesn't say anything when he sees you all, but his eyes widen. Oh, yeah, okay, sure. He seems a little bit relieved, a little bit confused. Guard turns to everyone. So, yeah, what I want to find out is his involvement with the jailbreak. So, just find out, squeeze as much information as you can out of him. I'll be stood over in the corner watching and making notes. And with that, he does so. Boop. And Hogarth just stands there, waiting expectingly. Gregory, like a good boy, steps forward. So yes, Mr. Ogoff. Mr. Ogoff, sir. So we're come to believe that you were involved in criminal activity involving a jailbreak, as the good guard have said. Could you please, I guess, tell your side of the story? I think that's a good place to start. Hogarth looks towards Neth briefly, and Urist as well, after recognizing him too. Well, yeah. Basically, I know as much as everyone else, right? I just woke up this morning, pissing down with rain, not happy with it. Went to try and get my hand at trades, trying to sell my wares in the market. No one wants anything right. Everything's soggy. No one wants to buy soggy goods. So I'm doing really poorly. I'm a bit pissed off. Head towards the cheeky nook for a pint to try and up my mood. And then you got like these city guard twats walking in and accusing me of shite. Look, I've got nothing to do with this jailbreak, alright? I've literally been trying to live an honest life here. I've cut myself off from all that what was happening before. Making a fresh start, right? So I'm a bit annoyed to being accused here just because of who I used to associate with. I want to get out. I've had enough of this. Oh, well, I see. Gregory stammers. Oh. Well, and then he panics and casts Zone of Truth. Okay, on it.
Oh dear.
Oh dear.
Oh, this is going very poorly.
Oh yeah.
no.
What?
Zone
no.
of Truth! Where's my thing? Hey, I've got it on my thingies here. I have Zone of Truth. Oi, don't lie to me, sheep. Because I used it before. Okay, apparently I got that information. I have to pull it from somewhere else. So, Zone of Truth. Zone of Truth. Alright, you create a magical zone that guards against deception in a 15-foot radius sphere. So basically all around Gregory. Until the spell ends, a creature that enters the sphere area, a spell's area for the first time on a turn or starts in its turn there, must make a charisma saving throw. So everyone do that, please. On a failed save, a creature can't speak a deliberate lie while in the radius. You know whether each creature succeeds or fails on its saving throw. So, Gregory would know if you've succeeded or failed. An affected creature is aware of the spell and thus can avoid answering questions. Such creatures can be evasive in its answers as long as it remains within the boundaries of the truth. So, Neth is telling the truth. So is Urist. Let's see, what's his thingy? Gregory plays. How do I work out?
On the save, I rolled an 18. The first one was a straight charisma skill check.
Alright, you're fine then.
Yeah.
So, Urist is fine. Oh yeah, I need to roll for Hogarth, don't I? Hogarth, in that case. Charisma. Oh, he's fine too. The guard? Is not fine. Okay. Alright, so Urist and Hogarth are fine. The rest, actually, no, Gregory doesn't need. Oh, Melby, that's right. Melby. Melby needs to do it too.
And Neb.
And Neb too, that's right. That's gonna be fun. The Neb is currently.
Well, I already trust Neb, to be honest.
Yeah,
That's fair enough.
This is fair enough.
Whether you want him to or not.
He's also asleep at the moment, so I'm not sure how that works. Okay, well, Melby's fine anyway. Okay. So Gregory turns to everybody else. Well, what do you think? The guard grumbles. I think it's a fucking waste of time, but I have no choice, do I? If I don't do this, I'm gonna get my pay docked.
Well, at least you're open about it.
Ugh. I'm having a really bad day, honestly. I've got water in places I don't want to describe.
Neff turns to say something and realizes that whatever comes out of her mouth is going to be what exactly she thinks. And she just immediately snaps her teeth closed and just turns right back around looking at him.
So, Hogarth. They seem to think the kids are up to something involved with this as well. Honestly, I don't think they've done anything worse than picking somebody's pocket. But they are hiding. You happen to know anything about them?
Look, those kids are good kids. They've done their time. So, you know, I'm pretty sure they've learnt their lesson. They're just mischievous, that's it. I don't think they've got anything to do with this.
Oh, probably just teasing the old lady then?
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought so.
So, who do you think is involved with the jailbreak then of this, who is it? The guard speaks up. Jude the Centaur. Miss Jude. She has broke free, that is a fact, and has been helped, that is a fact. So who do you think is involved? Look, like I said, I haven't been in contact with anybody from back then. I've been trying to live my life here. And I was doing pretty well until this incident happened, so I'm a bit pissed off if you ask me. I don't know what's going on. Oh well, I've got nothing. Gregory's not good at this. Oh dear, well, let me think. So, where were you at the night of the time of the jailbreak? There you go, that's a good one. Have you got an alibi, sir? Hogarth thinks a bit. Yeah, I was, I wasn't with the lady friend. I was a bit busy. Oh, okay. Oh, I'm a bit embarrassed now. Let me think. So who is this lady friend of yours? He looks at Neff. Oh no, you're not gonna like this.
I'm going outside. And,
But
yeah, no, bye, have fun.
is he
I don't
gonna
care
say?
anymore. No, shut up, sorry.
Yeah,
Going outside.
I was at the cheating.
Well, they don't
all
need to
night.
know anything. There you go. They don't need to know anything more specific than that. People are there.
Yeah.
I was there. I didn't see anything.
Look, I
Probably
left
for the
in
best.
the early hours, but the jailbreak had happened already, alright? Alright? He's very embarrassed.
If Just a constant keen whining from Neth.
Would you know if anyone important was in town who might do this?
Like I said, I didn't have any contact with him. I have no idea this happened until today.
Oh,
As I recall, you weren't even in on the... while you were with the troop, you weren't even in on the business of what landed them to jail in the first place.
No, seriously, I was just doing the job. I was, security, essentially. Just checking on folks, just making sure all their weapons are off into cabinets safely while the performance was on. That's all I did.
See? Even when they were working together.
You see the guard cracking up in the corner. She's gonna hound you forever, mate. Oh my god. Yeah, I know! It was. I got a bit too drunk, alright? Shut up! And he's just continuing laughing. Apparently she has a reputation.
I sent you a PM, by the way, Lee.
Okay, I'll have a look now. Let's see.
Is that Barry?
Hmm?
Wait, do they already have Barry in here?
Oh, do you mean this fella in the corner?
Yeah.
This one. He's got his back turned, you're not quite sure.
That is, I'm surprised. I thought he was stuck to that floor and his skin would come off of him when they tried peeling him off.
well, let me tell you something. I tried to move him earlier with Neth. Very nearly did.
You just see lots of hay stuck to his back. Right. I've got an alibi, right? Can I go now? Can I go? I want to dig my head into the mud right now, okay?
Well, Mr. Guard, you don't seem to think he's guilty. We don't seem to think he's guilty. He doesn't seem to think he's guilty.
No, mate, I'm having a good laugh now. Alright, yeah, free to go. I'm satisfied with this answer. And with that,
Right.
he unlocks the door, unlocks the chains on Hogarth, and they all lead you out.
Alright, big man, shall we head back to the cheeky nook?
No!
You stay away from my mom!
Look! I want to, okay? They all go.
Oh my.
Okay.
My.
No nook, that's fine.
No Nookie!
That's not what I
No!
said.
And dogs start howling and barking.
I'm gonna go eat my bug!
Oh dear, this is funny. Okay, so after all that shenanigans, you are led outside, back to where the administration is all done, where you were just asked your names before. Just basically checking back with how the investigation and the interrogation went. For some reason, Hogarth is waiting outside, just too embarrassed to do anything. Satisfied with the guard's report as well. He does some paperwork. Lots of stamping occurs to stamp all the papers away. Everything is sorted out, yada yada, and you're all free to go. He does request that you do keep an eye out for the 3 elves. So you're still tasked with that.
Alright. Seems reasonable enough.
Hogarth outside shuffles his feet, wipes the rain from his forehead, which is basically a bit useless since there's more rain that replaces that immediately. Declares that he's gonna just go back to bed.
Well, isn't that what got you here?
He does like an angry pointy motion. You see his face go really red and he wants to say something, but he's like, and just walks off.
Alright. Right, well, we've got 3 kids what need finding. There were 3 of them, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and a quarter of us. I don't see it being a problem. Sure, it's a big town, but most of us know it, and it's only a matter of time before we run into them. Not to mention there's the old lady. That little bugger's been living with her, right? Right, easy peasy. Besides, it'll be nice not to be hauling something or want to fetch quests for old MacDonald or Mrs. MacDonald, so let's go be heroes, then, yeah? Even if just small ones.
Not too sure how much you could count on the old lady. She had a tendency to lose a cat that could barely move.
Oh, don't worry, I wasn't really counting her amongst those numbers. She popped in the morning during the Nook, and, well, she lost those 3 rather quickly.
Oh yeah. Well,
That sounds right.
she's very good at fighting though. I was very impressed at her age.
Wait, she was talking a fair deal. I just assumed it was... By the way, am I still under Zone of Truth? Before I be extraordinarily rude.
It's a concentration spell, but Gregory dropped it as soon as he felt it was done.
Oh, I just wasn't sure if she was being honest.
3rd place at the annual tournament.
Yeah, that's right. She did very well. I mean, I guess I was trying to imagine what she was like in her prime, you know? Wow.
Terrifying.
Yeah. Forced to be reckoned with, it seems. Right then. Ashley, what time is it? And she looks at the sky. You see that the sun from... it's very, very cloudy, but you can see, you know, the faded light of the sun behind the clouds. And it's past the peak in the sky now. So it's just after lunch, you assume. Right, Ashley, we can take a break now. And I'm speaking as this as a GM too. Because, you know, 4th war and all. I'm really hungry. So, we can pop off somewhere. Do you know any places?
Well, I know one, but seems as though that's not where anyone wants to be right now.
Was there no other taverns?
I know that there's another one. I don't know the name. It's a bit more pricey than the Nook.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
The Locust? We deliver there as well.
Yeah, that's the one.
Okay. I mean, if you don't mind going to a competition, then.
There's just a slow shake of her head. Her eyes are just kind of glassed over.
Alright, I guess that's a yes. I
guess that's a
yeah.
yes.
Oh, you okay with this, Gregory? You're looking a bit tired as well, yo. And she's mothers him a bit. Well, yeah, I guess so. Yeah, I could have a sit down. Honestly, this armor is a bit heavy, if you ask me. All right then, there you go. So with that, You'll head towards the green you notice. What I'll do is change the map there, and then I'll wrap it up for now.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see. Yeah, this one. Alright, just for next time I'll place the tokens in. So I'll put you outside. This one, this one. This one. There we go. Okay. Yep, so you approach the tavern. Great big green emblem on the front. Music and very elaborate music now, and cheering from inside is happening. Very, very lively suddenly. You do see guards walking up and down the street to the left of the tavern. The opposite end of where you're approaching from. But you want to just get out the rain anyway, so you just slip inside. Immediately presented by Neth, what you've seen before. The purpley pink tiefling. Also joined with another tiefling, seems to be much taller than him. Wild mess of orange hair and a massive hat, playing a lute. You see the halfling Valma sitting cross-armed on the opposite side of the tavern now. They seem to have moved away, a bit grumpy. Sorsha, where are you?
Probably at the bar.
Okay.
Drinking.
Yeah. Well, you
Looking very annoyed.
And with that as well, you see like there's a halfling fella serving her and chatting away. They seem to know each other a bit. It's just mild banter. And you know each other. I mean, even though Neth's mother is extremely into rivalry with insisting there is a rivalry at least, the other barman doesn't really give a damn about that. He's quite friendly.
Okay, so yeah, Sorsha would be friendly with him.
Yes. And with that, I'm gonna just let everybody settle down. For now, well, we just a brief, just so I can have a note for like next time. Just pump yourselves down. Describe what you're gonna do for that moment. And I'll end it there.
Get warm and dry.
Yeah. Watch the show if it's going on too.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. Gregory's front and center, completely mesmerized. And so is Melby, enjoying the singing. Neb has woken up and has demanded a drink.
Straight to Sorcha. Doesn't matter what she's doing her arm. I'm going to do like that dog thing where they just force their head underneath your arm so you have to like pet them.
Yeah.
And just bury my face into her.
Without even thinking, just lifts her arm and just puts it around her shoulder, and it's like, oh, hi, Neff. What happened?
Oh, I got slept with Mom!
You know your mother's a whore.
I can't keep it up. And she tries to seduce the mayor.
You know your
Now
mother's
she's trying to move
a
up.
whore.
And with that, everybody.
There, it'll be okay.
And with that, everybody, this is where I'll end tonight's session.
Seems good.
Yay! Alright, thank you so much. So, basically, all the players are now together again, finally. After a very eventful day so far.
And night.
And night. Oh dear. Yeah, next time we'll pick up with exactly where we are at this point. So I shall leave it at that. Thank you very much for playing, everybody.
Thank you.
Thanks for having us.
Okay, take care.
Thank you.
Bye bye.
Thank you. Have a good
Bye bye,
night.
stream.